Out of the many Easter eggs dropped in episode 4, a couple stand out for their connections to the MCU and Marvel Comics, and their implications to the larger plot of Daredevil Born Again. The title of episode 4, Sic Semper Systema, is Latin for thus always the system, and this is actually a play on the much more common Latin phrase, Sic Semper Tyrannus, thus always to tyrants, a rallying call to the inevitable fall of tyrannical rulers. In short, the title of episode 4 refers to the crumbling legal system of NYC, where villains and heroes alike take justice into their own hands. From Matt's new client Leroy to Hector's niece Angela, it's clear that the system has failed New York citizens. In fact, apart from Daredevil, the Punisher, the Kingpin, and Muse, episode 4 also secretly revealed the presence of another self-styled harbinger of justice. Episode 4 opened with Hector's personal effects, including the magical amulet being stashed inside a police evidence bag. Typically, a murder victim's personal effects are only returned to the surviving family once they're no longer useful as evidence. At the same time, however, the amulet being stashed in an evidence bag mimics how Angela gets the amulet in the comics, anonymously sent to her home inside a police envelope. After all, a young female white tiger would be the perfect addition to the MCU's Young Avengers roster. In fact, with Hector's death, Angela already has something in common with both Daredevil and the Punisher. This phrase appears on a blank wall inside Frank Castle's hideout, and since it's blurred and painted on a wall, the phrase is hidden from both viewers and Matt alike. Yet it actually encapsulates Frank and Matt's intense conversation. Much like the Punisher, both Daredevil and Angela, possibly the next White Tiger, are being driven by justice and revenge, even though this future is barely visible to them now. Ironically, NYC's villains and heroes alike will relate to the idea of giving purpose to the sacrifices of the fallen many. In the last scenes that juxtapose Matt and Fisk's secret lives, the mayor of New York descends like an angel from heaven, only to rule over the Kingpin's personal hell. Meanwhile, the Devil of Hell's kitchen ascends to the rooftop to get ready to find Hector's killer. Combined with both leaving their respective love interests to shed the masks they wear in public, this foreshadows Daredevil and the Kingpin's inevitable return to the thing they do best. That said, both Matt and Fisk's plans are about to be derailed by the show's most terrifying addition to the MCU. In episode 4, Muse's murals tackle the duality of Kingpin and the death of Hector Ayala, with the latter ironically displaying the words vigilante justice, a big clue to the villain's misguided perspective. As for the 5-gallon glass jug of blood that Muse is filling with blood, that morbid Easter egg is a reference to the first mural by Muse in Daredevil Volume 5, number 10, a giant piece painted with the blood of 113 of his victims. And the next episode may just see the live-action debut of this macabre artwork from the comics. So which Easter eggs do you think should have made this list? Tell us in the comments, and keep watching ScreenRant.